What's up, Puro Chicano U-turn? How you guys doing? What's up, man? It's dark out here, eh? You see over here. Well, I thought that I thought I did a video. As it turns out that I didn't do no video, and I thought I was live, but I guess I wasn't live. And I don't know what the heck happened. It was kind of odd. I thought I was I thought I was recording the whole time, dudes, and, and I wasn't recording anything. So, yeah, I'm right here. It's kind of dark over here, guys. I'm gonna stand on the light. We can go inside the house. It's kind of dark in here too. I'm gonna sit down right here. Holy smokes. It's still kind of dark, huh? My son's over there making a bunch of noise, man, and I'm over here trying to make a video. So yeah, I look out kind of messed up, man, because I haven't slept at all. Like literally, I didn't sleep at all. I just like stood up, man, and just I couldn't sleep. And yeah, my eyes all bugged out and everything, man. But yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you, compita, Carlos. Shout out to you, Lord Creedon. Or Crichton. I don't know. Lord K makes it easier. Shout out, brother. Shout out to UG over there in Slab City, man, keeping it and holding it down. You guys get your butt over there, man. I came over here so you get away from you weasels. There you see the chicken right there in the ring. Look, he's gonna jump out. The little rooster. There's Tuntun right there. And my son over here. Get your butt out of here, man. Come on.
I don't want to say when you come back, guys. Very annoying.
So I came over here to try to get away from these guys. You guys over here follow me.
If Papa's wanting to follow me.
Well, anyways. Yeah, man. Well, I haven't done any videos, man. I just got a phone. That was like a couple days ago. So I got me a new phone, and then I got this one too a couple days ago. Shout out to you, brother white boy. Yeah, I call you like that. Well, I don't like calling you like that. You already know that. I call you by your government name. But you know, out of respect, of course, you know. But yeah, shout out to you, brother, man. Like I said, shout out to you, G, over there, Slab City. Shout out to you, Johnny, my brother from another mother, Johnny Hash Brown. Teresa, I don't know what, I haven't heard anything from you, man. I lost I lost everybody's number, including Johnny's and compita, Carlos. My phone was got cracked, and there was nothing I can do. Dude, quit putting them together. Yeah, my son wants me to whoop him. Get your butt in there, man. Take him with you. Come on. See what I got to deal with, man, every day? I got to be a mom and dad to these guys. To both of my sons. Get your butt out of here. Go over there. Take that fool over there. The fool's going to grab him again. Because he was trying to put him with the cat. The little kitten we got, man. And that kitten goes after his neck. He tries to bite him in the neck and like try to play with him. First they're like laying down together and they're kicking it. But then the crazy cat, look, there he is over there. She's so dark you can't even see her. It's a she. Look, check this out. I got the Anyways, come here, kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah, so it's just an update, guys, man. You know, we haven't done any podcast, man. We haven't gone live. You know, obviously, Johnny's over there in his spot over there, and he's over there in Mexico, and you know, he's over there. I haven't talked to him as of late, you know, and then because you know I was without a phone too. I didn't have no phone, so it was like, you know, yeah. Shout out to you, Miss Philippines too, Kia Gwen. God bless you, man. I wish to talk to you again soon. You know, you seem to be a good person, man, and thank you for sending me the emails and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, hope to talk to you soon. Um, and I guess we can talk a little bit, you know, because I do have always have a gang of stuff to say, man. And especially all the craziness that's been happening to me as of late, you know. And it's stuff that I got myself into myself, man. You know, I thought I had recorded it live, but I guess it didn't go through, or maybe YouTube took it down or something. I have no idea what happened to the video. No clue. It doesn't show up on my channel. And I have done. It was like I don't know. It was pretty long, but I think it was like under an hour, I would say. But yeah, guys, man, you know, I had to. Yeah, I was running around, man, messing around with these fools. My van got jacked again. You know, trusting some fools. I blacked out over there when I was with these guys. We ended up going to this one place. It looks like a community. It was like an alley, but the alley was like only a one way in, one way out. And me and this fool climbed the wall and jumped over to get to that place, and we parked over there in the back and the street. And man, and right there they have like a bunch of tent. No, they're not tents. They're like little houses, dude. Like literally made out of like adobe or something, eh? Like, you know, like they even got doors in them and everything. And these people, there's a bunch of people right there, eh? It's like really long. I would say it's probably like that alley is probably like about I would say about 200 feet, 200 and some feet, just long, and wide is probably about I would say about 30 feet or something like that. And they just like made a home out of there, man. They got holes in the floor, and they got a bunch of bikes, like, you know, uh, broken down bikes in there. Um, they have everything they need right there, and man, I was drinking with these fools, man, and I had gone with this fool. They call him Fat Boy, so I was right there with Fat Boy. I'm still gonna go kick his ass, man, because that fool was the one that took my took my van. Um, you see, I blacked out, man. I ended up sleeping on a couch that was right there. I blacked out. I passed out, and then I didn't realize it until later that my chain was gone, man. Two of my chains, man. One with a ring in it, a little lion, and this one was the only one that survived. This gold one, this right here, this cost me like $1,500, man. Believe it or not. I blacked out, man. My keys were gone. That fool was gone. He came back, and he just started trying to convince me to say whatever. And I just tell him I didn't want to hear it. Just leave it alone. I said, I understand, dude. You know, we go through all that stuff, but I didn't realize my chains were gone, eh? Other than that, I would have whooped him right there, then and there. I would have kicked his ass. But yeah, it didn't happen, man. You know, God does things for a reason, you know. And you know, I got myself in that situation. I spent the night over there. I was supposed to take my daughter too, man. I was supposed to take her to the swimming classes, man. I didn't make it because this fool jacked my van. The fool came back without it. Some fool told me some other fool had it already. Was driving it already too. And all my stuff was right there. And then I had my dirty laundry in there too, man. So like, and then my prescription glasses were right there too, man. Both of them. Now I ain't got either. And now, and it's crazy because a lot of my clothes is right there. You know, the clothes that I wear. And so now it's like I have a little batch still over here in the house, but most of my good clothes was right there, and it stood over there. So I've been wanting to find these foods because I thought I saw the bag right there. Um, Man, and I was over there with a muscle shirt, eh? I was in there with sweats and a muscle shirt, and it got kind of chilly, man. It was chilly out there, and I stayed in this little sofa, probably as big as this one right here, just like a two-person thing. When I woke up, there was another fool next to me right here. I had passed out too. It's an old man, you know. Um, Shout out to Moreno, him too. I learned that from my pistol, man. That fool hasn't given back. He hasn't given back my pistol either, man. So that fool too, man. But shout out to him, man. He's good peoples, man. He's not. See, a lot of these people, man, they're all good peoples, eh? Um, a lot of these guys come from from the other side, man, and they ain't got no family. A lot of people are from Central America too, and they ain't got nobody to kick it with. They don't got no family over here, so it's like a community. They run around, going around and try to hustle, and that's what they do. They hustle, and but a lot of some other fools do go out there and rob and steal, and then you got the other guys, like Fat Boy. I'm sure he has his family here. He has all this, and or just like my nephew too, Peloncho, you know, también tu cabrón. Peloncho is my nephew. That's the son of my sister, Adriana. So shout out to my sister Adriana and mi cuñado Miguel, which is his son. But this guy, man, is just rebellious, man. Just being rebellious, man, and not wanting to do anything, not wanting to work, not wanting to get ahead, and just want to be doing drugs or whatever. I don't know what he's into really, but I'm sure a lot of these fools that kick it right there, man, they like that crystal meth, man. They like that. They like that cri the crystal meth, man. I've tried it before, man, long time ago. Man, you can't sleep with that stuff, man. It was probably like about over 20 years ago. But shoot, man, I will never do it again. You know, only tried it a couple times. It's nasty, dude. It's some nasty stuff. And these guys, they smoke it like nothing, man, and they primarily smoke it, in the pookie pipe. Fools, that's all they do. And a lot of these fools, they just work. They just get just they work and steal just to get the drug, man. Just to get it. And a lot of these fools too drink. Like Moreno, he likes to drink. And then there's another kid. There's another youngster right there. I forgot his name, but that fool primarily smokes weed, and he drinks too. And we got him faded before. He's a youngster. He's like about 19 or 20, something like that. 18, 19. Fat Boy too. Fat Boy's like only 22. Moreno is an older gentleman already, and he was from my barrio too. So, or rather, I was from his barrio because he was over there from East LA and the projects. And so I came from over there, and I believe he even met my brothers. My brother, rest in peace. I think he knew them too, according to him. Um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys, man, they're rebellious, man, and they just go out there and they don't have a need to be out there in the street, eh? They ain't got no need to be out there doing the stuff that they do, eh? And these guys doing all this stuff either way, man, and they ain't gotta be doing that, eh? But these fools be doing that, and just simply no need to it, and they get themselves in bad situations. And I think I've been getting that negative energy too from a lot of these fools, man. That I go over there, man, and I'll just drink. I like to party too, man. These fools party, and I like to party, and Typically, when I go down there, I'll take these fools, a gang of beers, or alcohol, whatever, and we just get faded, and see, a lot of these fools, obviously, man, these fools don't, a lot of these fools ain't even got no money at all. So I treat them because I got money. When I have a little bit of money, when I got money, I go over there and I start spending some of my money, man, and well, a lot of the money, to the point where you start getting broke too, man. Uh, you start running a little low, like what happened last month, and and yeah, and then plus, I made a lot of deals too with the homeboy. This is my associate. He says he ain't got no friends, so we're associates. My best associate, white boy, and so I paid him practically everything in full. Um, I still owe him a little bit more, but we're gonna take care of him tomorrow. So um, yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna junk this the van that I have. We're gonna go ahead and junk it. We're gonna get rid of it. I think they say they're gonna give me like $530 for it. And so earlier I went over there and took the aluminum wheels out, um, and put some steel so that I can take the aluminum wheels out and scrap it for metal. It's like $50-$20, I think, each, and then plus other little things too. You know, I used to work for the junkyard, and I used to be a tow truck driver too, man. And I know all about the whole thing. I know how everything runs and works, even for that company too. Pick your part, the pick your part, the world's largest auto recycler in the world. And so yeah, shout out to them. Uh, Shout out to the girl that took care of me today. I believe her name was Violet. Violet, shout out to you, Violet. Thank you for taking care of me. Um, so yeah, so we got all the paperwork already. We got it ready to go. They're gonna come tomorrow, and they're gonna take care of it. They're gonna take it, and they're gonna give me the money. Obviously, they pay with a check, so I'm gonna have to get a check and deposit it, and and then go from there. But yeah, no, I start treating all these foods, man. We start getting, blasted, man, and I like to party too, like I said, man, and that's the thing, man. And then you just get carried away. I got carried away, and I get a little carried away sometimes, man. I have too much damn fun. But the problem was that I started drinking this other beer, man. When you start drinking that malt liquor, man, and you mix it, especially them 211s, the Steel Reserve, man, that's what made me black out, man. That's what made me do all the stupid things that I did. And you know what? I have to own up to it, man. I ain't got no one else to blame but myself. It's all me, man. You know, all the stuff that I lost, even the van getting jacked and everything. I'm owning up to it, man. It was my fault. I ain't got. I'm taking full responsibility for it. I'd have to come up with something to tell Grandma, because she's like, "What happened to the van? They stole it again, because they had stolen it before. They stole it." And told him, and she's just like, man, she's disappointed, of course. And but I'm confident I'm gonna try to get this thing back, including my jewelry. You know, I'm gonna take it out from this fool somehow, some way. You know, obviously I'm not gonna kill this fool or nothing like that. But I'm gonna have to take it out somehow, some way. He's gonna have to pay me back. He's gonna have to take me to the people that he gave the stuff to, and he probably has the jewelry still, so you gotta give that back to me, everything. And so yeah, man, you know, and man, if I go over there, man, I'm not gonna incriminate myself, man, but push comes to shove, man, if I have to come out with my pistol, I'm gonna have to go with it. But oh man, I'm not gonna do crazy stuff, man. At least I don't believe, you know. I got this already, man. People don't know that I used to box back in the days. I used to be a fighter. So I don't need and the martial arts, so I really don't. These are my weapons already. This and stuff like that. It can get crazy, man. But yeah, man. Um, so that's what happened, man. I got over there. I stood over there. You know, I take full responsibility, man. You know, I I take full accountability to it. And that's it, man. I've been driving my truck now. I've been driving with that thing, but that thing's a gas guzzler, man. It's a V8, and then it's been running kind of funny. It feels like kind of heavy. So I think it needs a tune-up badly. And so, and then I got to do something to the transmission too, man, and stuff like that. It's been like feels like it's overheating, so I'm gonna have to do something to it. So I'm gonna have to put like a cooler in it so it can cool off the transmission fluid because I pulled the dipstick out. Excuse me. Um, because it feels heavy, man. I'm pushing, I'm driving it. Just you could just hear the engine go, but that sucker's not like it's not moving really fast. And I'm also suspecting that the catalytic converter is it's probably clogged up already. So I'm gonna have to chop it up. I'm gonna chop it off and put another pipe right there, or you know. And so when I get ready to take it to the smog, I'm gonna have to buy a catalytic converter. It's gonna have to be in a universal one and just put it on there. But I'm gonna have to let it breathe. Take the spark plugs out. I think I got some spark plugs somewhere around there in the house, right here in the backyard. So I can put the new spark plugs. I got some brand new oil and some. I think I got some filters back there too, some oil filters. I'm gonna go ahead and you know bust a tune up on it, do a nice tune up on it, and tune it up. It's a V8, man. Like I said, and it has a shift kit in it too, man. So it shifts kind of pretty hard. It has a shift kit. People don't know about shift kits, man. Is what people do like when they're the racing cars and everything. It'll go like and then it'll burn out and it'll like take off, and that's what it does. And so yeah, I'm gonna have to take care of it, man. I take care of it. And then it's kind of low. It's really low, and it has some big fat tires too, especially the ones in the back. And yeah, man, that's what I have. But everything that happened, man, just everything happens for a reason, man. Everything happens for a reason. I got myself in that situation, and as of late, I've been screwing up a lot, especially going over there with these foods. I've been losing a lot of stuff, man. Some of my pistols are gone too. A lot of the stuff that I had is gone. Some of my money too is gone. Just just partying, man, with these fools. Just a bunch of bad, just just having too much fun, man, and then treating everybody, you know. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, hey, it happened. It already happened. So I just gotta limit myself this next time. So anytime I go down there, man. See, the thing is, when I show up over there, it's because a lot of these fools got bikes. All these fools got bikes. They're rolling around with bikes. And so I live around the corner from the railroad tracks. I have some videos right there. Check it out. And yeah, so they got a. I walk over there, and then these fools show up, and then I'll be like, "Hey, man, go get us some beer, man." And so he'll get some beer for us, and obviously I have to take care of him too. And so some of it just goes away like that, you know. I have to take care of the guy. I'll take care of him. But yeah, Fat Boy did me wrong. He's not really fat, man. He's really skinny, but he's skinny fat, like in his gut and stuff like that. He's skinny fat, but he's not really fat at all. His face is even thinner than mine. But that's how it is. And then he's not all there, man. That guy, that kid, that youngster, man. He's not all there. He talks to himself and he talks and just like doesn't make any sense, man. Poor guy, man. I feel for him too. I don't think he's all there. He's somehow schizophrenic or something. Paranoid schizophrenic, I would say. Because also my brother was like that. Rest in peace. But this guy has like a major. It's uh, severe, very severe. And then plus, using drugs too, man. Like the way this fool does. He doesn't have no necessity, man. I'm sure that fool got family, If this fool decides to stay in the street, he doesn't have to. A lot of these fools don't have to, but a lot of fools, like I said, don't. They're good peoples, man, but they don't. They ain't got no family. So they're out here hustling, trying to make it for themselves. And some of the fools even got family, but they're all in Mexico or Central America. But then you got fools that just like to party and like to get high. And then you have the fools that live around here that are just simply rebellious. Just like I told you, like my brother. I mean my dude. I don't know. My just like my nephew, man. You know. And see, that's the thing, man, with me too. It's like I ain't got no necessity to do none of this stuff. A lot of the times I'll just drink by myself. A lone wolf, and just chill out by myself. But my kids really don't like it when I do that, and so now I just simply take off and I just go over there. Or when I go to White Boy's house, um, we go over there and I chill out with him. And yeah, props to him a lot, man. He has he does a lot of common courtesy, and he's like really he's really inviting to your house. He'll open the gate for you, and he even opened his doors to his house, like, come on in, man. He doesn't let a lot of fools go inside his house at all, and I'm just like practically maybe just the only one that goes inside his house. And I'll go in there and I'll sit in this couch, man. And he has his little dog, calls him Louie, or Chewy, or Chewbacca. Little Chewy. He's like a little, like a Yorkie. It's like a Yorkie dog, little hairy brown Yorkie. And his wife is she's Hispanic. She's from my family's hometown, from Michoacan. But she came here when she was like 3 years old, they say. And obviously they've been together for like over 30 years or whatnot. They got kids together, and they have children. And he's already a granddaddy. He's a grandpa, and she's a grandma. And my respects to them. And so yeah, I go over there to his house, man, and I'll take him some beers, or maybe he has some already. And I'll just go over there and chill out with him, man. Just talk and we've gotten to know each other pretty well. So I known him for a while, and like a little bit like that because back then, like about, I would say like 6 years ago or 7 years ago or something like that, I I bought a Crown Victoria that I had from him. Um, yeah, it was like about 6 years ago. A Crown Victoria looked like a cop car. It was all black, and I bought it from him. I think I gave him like 2,100 for it. A nice fresh paint, all black, leather interior, digital dashboard, and I tinted the windows and I put some leather interior more, like the covers more, and I made it look better, than what it was. I did. I souped it up too, man. I did some stuff to the catalytic converters too, because they got four. So I managed to chop two of them off, and I made it run a lot faster. And then it sounded really cool, man. It sounded like a muscle car. And people were like, man. I sold it to my nephew, man. One of my nephews. So shout out to my nephew Andy. But he forgot to put oil in it, man, and he blew the engine out. He got it stuck. It lasted him for like maybe like a couple months. But he really loved that car, man. But this fool, he was running really fast, didn't put no oil in it, and never checked it. The thing was gone. Had he just been checking it, he would have had that car still right now. Because those cars come out real good, and they're workhorses. And it has some ice cold air conditioner, and that's kind of what I really bought it for. Got a decent sound system too. and I had put some TVs in it too, and so yeah, I had it with a lot of stuff, man, and it's because I took it. Oh, and I went all the way to Texas with that thing, eh? I took it all the way to go get my son, the youngest, you know.
Yeah.
There he is. Look right here.
Mine's Papa's. Another picture.
My son Papas. His name is Israel, but call him Papas.
Don't
so,
you dare call me Israel. Hate the name. I like my name Papa's.
All right, get out of here now. And so yeah, no, it's just yeah. So that's the reason I did it, man, and it was a man, it was a mission to go over there. I went. It took me 6 days to go and come back. I went practically through everything, man. From going to the hospital because of my back, was acting up, to getting pulled over by the highway patrol, by the border patrol, by the local police, and I forgot the other ones too, man. But these fools, they all stopped me all in the same time, man, because the GPS, and that's when I was coming back this way. I already had my son. Go there, Mexico.
Okay.
And when I was coming back, and I was in El Paso, Texas, and you could see, like, from right here, you could see all good city, and then from right there, from there to the other side, it was all super dark, and it was like just like slums, like really bad, you know, like houses made out of carton and stuff like that, or cardboard and stuff like that, or adobe, and or bricks, and obviously because they don't have any, codes, like, like the building codes like here in the United States. And you could tell, like, from there to there, like the freeway, the 5 freeway. And so it's pitch black almost, most of it, but only the parts that you could see the houses, man, the hill. They were all like on top of each other and all that stuff, man. And so my GPS said that there was a hotel right there, and I had already been driving, like, when they pulled me over, they told me, how long you been driving, man? It's about 15, 16 hours. And so when I got out, man, my legs were like gelatin. Like, ooh. So, oh, man, no, you're incapacitated, man, to be driving. So then they saw that I had the children in the back. So one of the police officers jumped in my car. I got in back of the border patrol's vehicle in the back. He put me in the back. They didn't handcuff me or nothing like that. And they took me to their station. And they said, sleep it off right here. So they parked the vehicle right there, and so I slept it off. I probably only slept like about 15 minutes or something, or about it, if that, because the sun came up right away. And as soon as the sun came up, I just got it and I just took off. Like, and then when we got to Arizona, from passing El Paso, Texas, we got to no, we were like in New Mexico, and was it in New Mexico or something? I think I passed right through it or something, but I know that in Arizona, somewhere around Tucson, Arizona, or something like that, we got a hotel, and we stood over. I think I only just spent the hotel just like once or twice, like twice, I think. Because I think I had gone one over there. No, yeah, I think it was New Mexico, and then the other one, or Mexico. I don't remember, man. Just I have some notes right there still about it. 'Cause I took my daughter, my other son was with me. My daughter went with us, and yeah, it was an adventure, man. I really liked it. It was kind of cool, man. But I will do it again. But I ain't got no business over there right now, at all. So yeah, man. The mother, nowhere to be found. I have no idea where she is or what she's up to, man. I just know that she had some more kids from some other fools. Some fool had, when she was pregnant, from one of the kids that she has. left her black and blue. That fool bit my son in the neck, and now that fool's doing like 27 years to life. I guess he was some kind of felon or whatever, or probably even had 3 strikes for all I care. Stuff that she got herself into, man. But yeah, you just gotta get closer to God, man, because a lot of this stuff, man, I got myself into it, man, and it just and I know better already, man. I know better. It's just that you just like I said, just sometimes you just get carried away, man, and I've been feeling a certain way as of late too. Obviously it's kind of difficult when you're not working, man, or you're unable to work, and then I ain't even got my license, man, because of the seizures I've been having. I haven't been able to work out either, man. So imagine I'm lifting. I was up to lifting about 200, like 220. I was able to do it 15 times, 15 repetitions out of 5 sets. I was able to, I was able to um, bench press that. Well, obviously I had it. I moved up, like I did it like and sequentially with like 190 and or like 180, 190, then 200, and then 220, and then the last set, the last 4 sets, you kind of bring it down. The third set is when you put the maximum amount of weight. So I do it 15 times, 15 repetitions, because that's the way I would train. I don't want to get too big like that. Just want to just be strong and stuff like that. So imagine you're bench pressing, man, and then you have a freaking seizure, man, because you're pushing yourself to the limit. Thing come on your chest, man. You're just gonna it's gonna do a number on you, man. It's like maybe I should probably even improvise. Probably put a big old piece of wood right here on me or something, eh? But it's just and then I got a punching bag right there, man, and a speed bag, and I haven't been able to use that either. Ever since I've been having this situation. And so, and I guess it's kind of like it feels like my brain starts to misfire. It feels like that. It'll start misfiring, and it'll just be like, and then I'll have this freaking seizure. Um, you know, I guess whatever triggers it. Sometimes I guess I'm feel stressed out or whatever, and I've been feeling kind of. Some people say I don't believe in depression. If we don't believe in, just like like a person don't believe in ghosts. I'm never gonna be scared, right? Because it doesn't exist compared to a person that believes in ghosts. They're gonna be petrified. And some people say, well, if you don't believe in it, it doesn't exist. But depression has always been my worst enemy. I've been my worst enemy. And I, myself, and I have been my worst enemy, man. I, you know, I'm too hard on myself, eh? I put myself down too much, Um, I'm too hard on myself, I criticize myself. I'm my worst critic, man. Myself. And there's times I just feel really just low and just like, man, just would love to be, putting in work, man, and doing something, man, and getting, getting my kids ahead, and my mother ahead and stuff like that. Eventually it's still gonna happen. I've been studying some other stuff, like the cryptocurrency. I've been into studying with that stuff, man, and I've been studying some other stuff where we're gonna be able to invest, and I actually invested on silver too and some gold. So we have some of that we've been investing in, and it's gonna be hitting all-time highs pretty soon. And just like right now that we have the CBDC that's gonna roll out, which is the crypto digital money that's gonna be coming in, and they're gonna get rid of the physical dollars, the physical money. They're gonna phase them out, and everybody's gonna wear a chip or whatever they're gonna do, and that's where the Bitcoin and Ethereum and those guys are gonna come in, because those guys are not centralized. They're not controlled by the government, and the other stuff is gonna be controlled by the government. So, for example, if you've been eating cheeseburgers all week, man, they could easily say, no more. You can't buy the cheeseburger now. Now you got to buy only. Now you only have money for salad. So it's like a voucher, basically, of stuff that it's like a voucher of if they could shut it off too, man, whenever they want. It's like if you, for example, you said something wrong about the government, they're like, no, because of your controversy, we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna block your money. We're gonna you're we're gonna they're gonna block your access to your own money, man, to your own you know or if they want you to, there's certain things that you, for example, say you want to buy. If the government doesn't agree with it, you're not going to be able to buy it because they say, oh, you can only buy this, but you can't buy that. Or if they don't, or they feel like it, and that's what they're going to do with the firearms. Basically, that's what I believe. They're like, no, you can't buy no more AR-15s, or oh no, you can't buy, or you can only buy only a certain amount of ammo, or nope, you can only buy one gun a year, or a rifle, whatever. And they're gonna try to phase everything out because these fools want total control, man, absolute control, and that's what the Democrats are all about. And people still continue to vote Democrat because these guys been getting gaslighted. Everybody gets gaslighted. Look what's going on over there in Ukraine, man. What's going on over there with these guys? In Ukraine, these guys are gaslighting everybody, and there's like Volodymyr Zelensky, which is the president of Ukraine, is telling everybody, yeah, we're taking the fight to Moscow now, and they put like a freaking drone. They went over there and hit like some kind of building over there in Moscow not so long ago, like a couple of days ago, like a day ago or something, and or a couple of days ago rather. And these guys are saying that everything's going well and everything's swell, and that these guys are actually, but all they're doing is just like, you think they're gonna beat a superpower like the Russians, man? You see, Vladimir Putin, which is the head of the, he's a president there. He's the one in charge. You know, he's been holding back, man. He doesn't want to destroy Ukraine, man. He says his goal is to try to live alongside with the Ukrainians, Russians and Ukrainians, he would love to have that, So a lot of people over there, they're still working, they're still driving like normal. They're still using the buses and stuff like that, the transit stations and stuff like that. They're still going to the bars are still open, but they got this stuff going on, and it's all why because the West, they want control, and they wanted and why, why it's obviously because of control, and what were they gonna get out of it? They were trying to join NATO, the North American Treaty Organization. That's what it is. And so, who benefited out of this? The Finlands and the Swedish. And they're not even Western. This is like a Western alliance. You got Great Britain, you got the French, you got Canada, United States. They're all part of NATO, and so they're trying to get this guy to go in there. Germany's in there too. And they was trying to get Ukraine, but Vladimir Putin said no, that's enough, man. You guys have been pushing east, and you guys been doing this for some time now. But now it's just, man, you guys are in my border now. You know, you're in my border, and it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna allow that. Basically, what they did, and NATO has, they had a treaty, man. It was called the Warsaw Pact. Warsaw Pact. You know, basically, stating that the Western powers were not gonna go no more east. And the condition was to bring down the Berlin Wall, you know. So they said, bring down the Berlin Wall. We'll let it go, and we'll bring it down because the Russians, the USSR, was in charge of this whole thing, you know. And so what he did, he you know, at the time I think it was Gorbachev that was in charge of the USSR. Mikhail Gorbachev. What do you want?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Mikhail, Daddy's busy. This fool wants to talk to me when I'm right here in the middle of something, talking. And so yeah, Mikhail Gorbachev was the president of the USSR. He was the one in charge. And so man, so they gave they gave all these guys a country like Georgia, Ukraine was one of them too, Latvia, and what is it too, the Lithuanians too as well. They all got their own. They all got their. It disbanded. Because USSR was like all the part of the whole East, the eastern. The they had a lot of country, man. They had a lot of everything. And but geez, these guys. What happened? They broke they broke it, man. They broke they broke their promises, man. They continued going east. And so, I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, imagine. Could you imagine if the United States was like in some kind of predicament in that same way, where we're going to have the Russians in our freaking border, and they're like our mortal enemies, or like, people that, we don't get along with, So these guys, the only thing they can do is give these guys a bloody nose to the Russians. Kind of like with like some guy put it, like in the Vietnam War, the United States won every single battle, but they didn't win the war. They lost it like that because they were getting just a bloody nose. It's like you're fighting somebody, bam, get your bloody nose, and that's all it is, bloody nose. But you win the whole battle all the time. And so these guys, absolutely are just they're just losing. They're not losing like that, right? But they're trying to demoralize these guys. They're trying to weaken the Russians, man. And so they thought that they can do it, and they can be really successful. Now these guys are losing everything, man. All the stuff that's going on today, and they're in the wrong receiving end of all the stuff. Now, if anything, it's actually gotten Vladimir Putin and the Russians, Russia, it's actually gotten even stronger. Now this guy went over there, Vladimir Putin. He went over there to Africa, man, and now he's got even more alliances over there. And he's also said that he even got even stronger with Xi Jinping, which is the president of China, Xi Jinping. And so they say we are like now, because we have common interests in the world. Obviously with the United States, because they hate the United States. They don't like them because they're the bullies. Hard to say it. Well, it's not really hard to say it, but it's the truth. And so they're trying to bully, like they're doing with the Taiwanese. They're giving these guys armaments, and they're trying to back them up and stuff like that, because they don't want, But even though the Taiwanese themselves, they want to merge with China, because that's their homeland. The Chinese consider them the homeland. but these guys don't. They don't want them to be part of them. They want them to continue being an ally and to have common interests, because a lot of the chips and a lot of the stuff that technology that comes from Taiwan to us, and so they don't want to lose that, the United States, and they don't want the Chinese to be in control of this whole thing, even though they're in control of a lot of stuff. Everything's kind of a lot of stuff is made in China, but Bill Clinton with a stroke with a stroke of a pen, um, he destroyed hundreds of thousands of or millions of jobs because he made that pact with the Chinese. How hypocritical is that? So you got all this stuff with the Chinese, right? And you hate the guts, but yet they're the ones that everything practically is made from China, and everything is exported from China, exported to the United States. I mean, how could you, So they're saying that they're actually attached to the hip now, the Russians and the Chinese, and they're really good friends now, and they've made this alliance. Now they've actually gotten even stronger, and they know that the United States is actually getting weaker by the day, and then with everything that's going on, and then with the way the Democrats and Joe Biden has been running the country, and he's just a puppet. Look at his son, man. Finding this fool smoking crack and having intercourse with porn star and stuff like that. It's just crazy, man. And they found some Johnson and Johnson magic powder. They found some in the White House, and they say it's virtually impossible to get in there with that stuff. But and this happened like on 4th of July, and a lot of people knew, and they noticed that this fool looked like he was tweaking. Hunter Biden, his son, uh, and so it's just like, man, it's like one thing after another, man. These fools, and then all the stuff that the scandals these fools are going through too, getting money from the Ukrainians and getting a whole lot of money too from the Chinese themselves, making millions of dollars, giving it to the big guy, which is Joe Biden himself. It's just, one thing after another. There's a lot of politics, man. It's a lot of politics involved, in the whole world. And it's like, man, what can you say, man, And then we're living here in this country, We're living here in the United States. Well, when I start making my money, man, my investments start coming back, like getting our Bitcoin and stuff like that. When it starts shooting up and stuff like that, and I'm able to get out of here, I'm going to the Philippines, man. I'm gonna take off over there, and I'm gonna go over there. We're gonna take my kids and everything,
And grandma.
This guy. And so we're gonna bail out, man. We're gonna split, because this country right here, is very vulnerable. Look at the Chinese spy balloon. Imagine it went across from all the way from Canada, and it ended up somewhere in North Carolina or South Carolina. I don't remember where exactly. They shot it down barely after it went all across the United States. That balloon, and that spy balloon, and no one did nothing about it. This fool didn't shoot it down till later, and they shot it down with like $100,000 freaking what you call it, a Sidewinder missile, I believe it was a F-35, a Raptor, a jet, and it's like just one thing after another, man. But they're not gonna beat the Russians, man. They're gonna beat the Russians now. If anything, these guys gotten stronger now. Now they're making a lot of pacts with the Africans, uh, nations. They kicked out the French now. The people from, I believe, from the people there from Niger and from all those places, and they even actually in Mali and stuff like that. That like Central Africa, somewhere around there, and they actually took out the official, um, what is it? The official language was French, so now they even banned that now. So it's not no more. And these guys were out there, they kicked these fools out, and they were all waving the Russian flags and everything, and the Russians, Vladimir Putin went down there, and then there's this one guy, he's a 35-year-old guy. Um, he's the one that made one part of the coup. Um, um, I forgot what was the name of that country, Barfaso or something like that. Anyways, he's one of the youngest leaders there is, and in the world, and if not the youngest. He's only 35 years old, and this guy, they managed to take over, and he's yeah, man, these guys are making it happen. They're saying, they're gonna bring back Africa the way it should be, and they're gonna basically, because these guys got a lot of rich, minerals, a lot of rare minerals, and 20% of the stuff, on like I think 20 or 40% or something like that of the uranium that was getting shipped to France was coming from Africa and from that part of the region. And all the, imagine the diamonds and the other stuff that they use for energy was coming from there. And so these guys they're talking about they're gonna get everything back, and they're not gonna be colonized. They're not gonna be slaved anymore. Now they're gonna take over, and they're gonna take what's theirs, and rightfully so, man. And the French and the Chinese I'm sorry, the Russians and the Chinese are actually, they're supporting this whole thing, and they're actually getting together saying that they should give free grain, uh, food grain to the Africans, because these guys, all they've been doing is just, imagine, they got so much money. I mean, so much natural resources, man, that they still end up begging for food, and that's what they say they want to eliminate. They want to stop begging the Western nations for just practically food, for the essentials, the normal, stuff that you need to survive, the basic needs. And so these guys are, they're coming out, and they're gonna be, so they're gonna do a number. So I don't even know how I got into this politics stuff, man. But yeah. But if anybody, look into the cryptocurrency, man. Look into Ethereum. Ethereum's like about $1,900 right now, I believe. And then you got oh yeah, and gold just shot up above $2,000 an ounce, and it hasn't been like that for a long time. And they say, a lot of people are saying, the experts are saying, that is very undervalued, the gold, and it's gonna shoot up big time, especially with this recession that's coming up. We're practically already in a recession, eh? People don't even know it, you know, and so you got uh, Bitcoin's about $30,000 right now, a coin, and so they're saying that thing's gonna shoot up somewhere around $100,000 pretty soon. Because the highest it got, it was about $67,000, which, like, a couple of years ago. That's when Bitcoin was really high, and Ethereum was like about somewhere around $5,000-$6,000. and a lot of the other coins too, man. I'm not gonna say how much I got, man, but or what I got like that, but yeah, man. I mean, I got jacked, man. I got jacked by 6 bitcoins, man. I had about 6 or 8 bitcoins, and I got jacked. We loaned it to some fool that was giving us money, and it was giving us like a percentage every week, which was really substantial. I think it was like about $3,000 some dollars a week. And this fool just ran away with the money, man. This fool got filthy rich, you know, ran away with it, and we suffered, you know. People that were in that business with this was, it's called Gladio coin. Man, that fool took us out, man. But we managed to recover, but it would have been a whole lot more had we would have kept our own stuff, you know. And I shouldn't have believed anybody, man. But I should have taken all that stuff out had I was more educated about it. Now that I am more educated about how this stuff goes, yeah. So you guys go ahead and look into it, man, and go ahead and invest, man. Try to buy it right now. Right now, there's even stuff that's like really undervalued, like the Dogecoin. Dogecoin is it's somebody that it's a coin, a token that is even sponsored by Elon Musk himself. He accepts Dogecoin as payment on some of his stuff that he has, like Tesla and stuff like that. And it's only 7 cents.